Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Water Bearer Podcast. Sadly, this is the last episode of season 9. So there's only been 6 episodes this season, but they've been pretty lengthy and I feel pretty in depth. So I still feel like I gave y'all a lot this season, even though there's only 6 episodes. So we've been going through the zodiac houses or the astrology houses, going through these two by two. So we've gone through all of them, and the last two are Aquarius, which is my sign, and Libra. So these are the last two signs for this house party, astrological house party, if you will. So again, welcome to the podcast. And then sharing is caring, but subscribing is thriving. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube and hit that notification bell while you're at it so that you can be notified whenever new content drops on the channel. So I won't be back for regularly scheduled episodes until the new year. But once we resume that, you can catch the drip every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so at the end of this show, I will give y'all the concept of what I have for season 10, which is going to be a really big season because not only are we moving into double digits, but we're moving into 3 years of this podcast starting in January. So really excited about that and excited to share the theme of that season with you all. And so if you're not already doing so, you can follow me for more content on social media on Instagram at Poetic, and that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C. And then on TikTok, you can do the same and follow me there at Poetic with the number 7 at the end. So that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C and then the number 7. And then my guest representing Aquarius, her first time on the show, Keyshawn. I'm really honored to have her on. You can follow her on Facebook at Key Walker. So that's Key, and then last name Walker. You can follow her there. And then, so I have something to tell y'all. So I don't know if they're going to join or not, but Aquarius is a very adaptable sign. I feel like the air signs are very adaptable in general. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, for those that don't know, are all air signs. So this episode was supposed to have Libra. So Libras, don't get mad at me when you watch this and you don't see Libra represented, but we'll still speak on y'all's behalf. We'll talk about Libras a little bit during this episode. But my two Libra guests were not able to make it. So this is just going to be, hey, an Aquarius talk mainly about the astrological traits of our house. And then we'll, like I said, also touch on some of the traits from the Libra house. So again, I'm really excited to have Keyshawn on. We had a pre-podcast that we probably should have hit record on because it's pretty fire. We talked about a lot of cool things. From talking to her, learned I knew my big 3, but I didn't know my big 6. So we talked about that. Just a lot of different things too. And so a famous Aquarius, if you all did not know, is Uzo Aduba. So if you may not have heard that name or don't recognize the name, she played Crazy Eyes in one of my favorite shows, Orange is the New Black. She is an amazing actress. Anything that she's in, I'm watching it. And then when I found out she was an Aquarius, I was like, oh, I like her even more now. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring out Keyshawn to join us. Hey.
Hey.
What's up, Keyshawn?
Nothing much. Yeah, I thought you was recording the whole time and just was like, oh, okay.
No. But
I didn't did my Anita Baker and gave you the best I got.
No, you did good. And Keyshawn, while you are here, before we get started in this, I gotta really give you your props because for those who have been watching this whole season, I've been saying it really has a 90s theme. So I've asked, yes. So when I popped on the screen, I said, we got T-Bars on the show.
with long hair T-Boz, but I still got
Yeah,
the
long hair T-Boz.
sideburn. I
Yeah,
still got the sideburn.
yeah. I was obsessed with them back in the day. They're actually my favorite female group. But
Them
yeah,
and In Vogue were mine.
I
Mm.
like In Vogue too. Yeah, the original four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But thank you for even doing that, because one of the things I've been telling all the guests was, if you have 90s attire, please wear it on the show. And I know some people, you just forget the hustle of the day, or maybe you might not have 90s attire, but you definitely nailed it, like more than anybody I've had on this season. You killed the 90s attire. So
I love a theme. I do love a theme when I feel like participating. So
hey, right. That's what's
Mhm.
up. That's what's up. So what is there anything, before we jump in, anything that you want to tell the viewers and the listeners about yourself?
um that's funny that you asked me that, because I knew you was gonna ask me that, and I was still
Uh-oh.
thinking about what am I gonna
What you gonna
say,
say?
because I don't
Okay.
know which one of me is gonna answer. It's
Hey, either
so
one. It's cool.
because I was like, if I tell people about, like, some of my interests and try to, shout out some stuff, but then they gonna bother me, and I don't know if I feel like it. So maybe I keep it to myself. I don't know. Maybe you should just ask me, and I'ma see.
Okay. Okay. So how about this? So as we talk about everything that's in our house,
uh
maybe you can kind of elaborate and let me know, okay, like, yeah, that's me, that's not me, or
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can
okay,
do
okay, that's what's
that.
up. And like I said, at the end, or closer to the end, we'll touch on Libra a little bit from our perspective, as far as their traits and their house. But we'll start off talking about Aquarius. So Aquarius is the 11th house of the zodiac, and which is interesting because, so I don't know if you know your life number. I just found out mine. Yours is 5. Okay.
The number
Mine
of
is,
change.
oh, that makes sense. Mine is 11.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
master number.
Uh-huh. I didn't know that until recently. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, mine is 11. And so when I was preparing for this season, I was like, oh, okay, well, I can remember that. Aquarius 11th house, and that's, I'm 11 too. So these are some of the things that dwell in our house. So, uh, expressing individuality, which I think is no surprise. Breaking rules. Again, I don't feel like that's a surprise for us. And embracing a unique path for growth. So, the themes that I saw when I was really researching what is in Aquarius's house is, unconventionality, having a collective focus. So basically, meaning that I think, out of all of the air signs, we really do want community, and we really want people to win. We want humanity. I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm this way. I'm the kind of person, like, if you tell me you have a goal or aspiration to do something or to be something, and we ain't even really got to be that tight,
You're
but
gonna read them on.
yeah, and
Mhm.
especially if we tight, if we tight, I'm probably gonna get on your nerves. I'm gonna
And
be like,
ask you about it. So
yeah,
what's
like,
going on with yeah?
yeah, is
Mhm.
that you too?
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, I would agree with that. Something that I tell people often is because they always, label us as the humanitarian and all of that. We
Hmm.
got Oprah and but
Right.
but I say, listen, Aquarians love humanity, but most of us don't really like people. So
That is true.
it's
That,
like
yeah, that is true.
like I will do the things that benefit the cause or whatever, but I don't want you to bother me. Like,
Let me do it by
mm-mm,
myself.
and I don't. Yeah, I just no. So this is how I do. I guess my humanitarian part, because I think it comes out differently for, and I think also we talked about that before. I guess you hit record. The different
Mm.
decans. Each
Yeah.
zodiac is split into threes,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think for mine, I don't know if that has to do with my decan or if that has to do with some other areas of my birth chart or what. But like for me, and how my humanitarian nism comes out is like I like it to be direct where I can see it. Like
Mm.
you asked me, do I want to round up, to the next dollar when I'm checking out? No, because I don't know where that money's going. And from all of my research that I'm finding about, all these nonprofit organizations and they using this money for other stuff, and these people ain't never got the money, they needed it. No, I'm not giving it to you. But if I know somebody that needs some clothes or something else, I'll give it to them directly. I've given away furniture in pristine condition for nothing. Like I'll do that because I know where it's going, and I feel like I can see, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing, if that makes sense. Rather
Makes a lot of
than
sense.
I'm not a church girl anymore, but when I was going to church, the tithing part, I felt like I should be doing that like out in the community or my family or somewhere else, rather than just giving it to some random fund that ain't even going to this building that y'all say it's going to. It's so
Well, I mean, that's true.
So I guess my humanitarianism might look different from
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's. Like I'm not just gonna donate money, and I'm not saying that I won't give money, because like I give money to my little cousins volleyball, whatever it is they trying to raise money for, stuff like that. But I really just try to make it like more personal when I'm doing something for somebody,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it makes a lot of sense, and it's funny. The part about the rounding up to the next dollar. So I didn't realize. I don't think I really noticed this about myself until you said it just now. So when I see that, I usually have two thoughts, and it's like kind of conflicting. Like sometimes I'll be thinking, oh, well, maybe this money is really going to help whoever or whatever, but it's probably not. That's usually
Hmm.
my dominant thought is it's probably not. Now, where I will go ahead and do it is in my mind, I'm like, all right, if it makes it easier for me to reconcile my account and it's only like 20 cents, then I'm gonna go ahead and round it up. So I'm doing it for the wrong reason,
I don't even do it
but
for that.
I'm doing
I
but
know
you're
my
right.
numbers.
Right. You got them
Mm-mm.
together. You already ready.
And that's the other thing. Sometimes well, in the beginning, when I started seeing like more businesses doing that, when you're checking out, which I don't go to physical stores often, but when I did start seeing where they were becoming more usual with them asking you to round up, I would ask them, so what is this for? And a lot of times the cashier was like, well, I don't know. Because I guess apparently I'm the only one that asks questions. That's another thing that I think is
Mm,
like I ask a lot of questions. And then it seems like people get irritated when I ask questions, even though the questions I ask are valid.
right.
like, like you want me to donate, but you can't tell me what it's for? What you mean? It was like,
Right. Exactly. You need to be able to explain this.
yeah, just like that reminds me. I know this is off topic, kind of what you were
No,
just
you're good.
talking about, but this summer when I was on deployment, I went with the group and we kind of did like that was our first time together with FEMA and SBA. We went out together and we did, and that was also my first time ever doing that, an escape room. And
Huh.
in the directions, well, you have to sign a waiver first. And in the waiver, I think I'm the only one that read it, first of all. But in the waiver, it was like you might be on camera and we might put you on our website. And you had to sign and agree to it to go to the escape room with everybody else. So I was waiting and I was like, well, what if I don't want to be on camera? What if I don't want to be on your website?
Right.
And the young man was like, well, nobody's ever asked me that before. So you don't know the answer?
Right. You need to have answer for it. And leave it to an
So-
Aquarius to ask that. We would.
And they acted like I was a problem when I'm literally like, but I don't want to be on your website. And he was like, well, I can promise you. I was like, you can't promise me that because it says it right here in the waiver. Otherwise, you wouldn't ask me to sign it. And so,
Right, right,
and then he goes to get the manager, and the manager's about to say, I was like, you can't use the word promise. I was like,
right,
I
right.
was like, so. But ultimately, just so that everybody else could go in with me, because it was supposed to be a going away for me. And so I was
Wait, not that
like,
it was in your honor and you were asking the questions.
the only one that ain't signed the waiver to
Right.
go in to the room. So
Everybody
I
else like,
went
where's
ahead
she
and
at?
signed it. So I don't know if I'm on their website somewhere, but you know.
That's too funny. That's so but you know what? I understand what you're saying about we want to help the good of the people, but not necessarily liking people.
We be tired.
Yeah, we do. And it's what's interesting about our house, at least from the stuff that I've read, is that Aquarius, our house, it governs friendships, all these group things, social groups, colleagues, all those things. And I think maybe because that is our house and we pour into that so naturally, we need time for ourselves to
Hmm.
recharge.
Yeah. I definitely need time to recharge quite often. I feel like I'm in a season of I actually kind of told myself this out loud a few days ago. I was like, I feel like I'm in a like one of those eras of transformation. And I've
Hmm.
been like excuse me, intentionally being away from people.
Really?
Hmm.
So okay, so yeah, let's unpack that. So what do you think you've learned or what has changed so far from you withdrawing from people?
I think I'm preserving my energy.
Mm, okay.
Ooh, hold on.
Okay. Are you good?
I don't want to
No.
choke on
Bless
here.
you. Oh, no, no, we don't want that. No.
A little bougie.
Hey, I love it.
But I just feel like I'm preserving my energy.
Okay.
Like I'm tired of people. Not in like they did something to me,
But just yeah,
but
just people in general.
yeah, I just feel like I'm supposed to be in solitude right now.
Okay. And does that come in waves for you, or is it pretty consistent where you feel like you've been on that path for a while?
With it being this of this magnitude, I don't think that I've felt like that probably I don't think at least since before I was in my 30s and I'm in my 40s now. So,
Hmm.
yeah. So I feel like I'm just going through a different wave.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
do you think that's maybe an awakening a little bit being in your 40s? Because I know I just hit 40 this year, and I can't say it's one specific thing, but I can definitely feel
A
my
shift.
energy shifting.
Hmm.
I can feel
Yeah.
it.
So I'm getting closer to I guess all the way, both feet and both toes and all the toes and the feet in the pool of the 40s. Um, because I'm getting closer to the mid, and not at the oh you just turned 40,
Oh
but
no.
I think I did feel a shift, around that time. But I think
Mhm.
there's also a lot of big life changes that I was having at that moment, around my birthday and
Right.
that age of my life. But I feel like this is more of I noticed when I came back from deployment, I don't think it was just that I don't think it was just burnout. I think it was something in me told me to sit down and to like preserve my energy and to not hang out or go out and just kind of like basically be the hermit,
Mm-hmm.
be the hermit card, if that makes
Right.
sense.
It does.
um and so I've been trying to do a better job of actually listening to my intuition, um and not like, oh yeah, you you did tell yourself to do this, and now look when you didn't do it. So
Right.
I've just kind of been chilling, and not like, I don't feel depressed or sad or anything like that. I just feel like I'm not ready to like socialize like I was before I left. Because when I came back, some of my friends were like, "Oh, I missed you. I want to
Yeah.
hang out," and I'm like, I'm not ready yet. it's,
Wait,
and
so did you hang out with them one on one, or you just weren't ready in groups, or neither?
both. Well, with my friends, we're not really. I don't. My friends are like, we're not in the same friend groups. So
Okay.
they're not, wouldn't be around each other unless, like, I guess there was a birthday event, or if I
Hmm.
ever got married or something like that, where they would be like, "Oh, we all know her. She's the common
Right.
denominator." But I don't have a lot of friends that I've met from the same place, which I guess is an Aquarian trait. So a lot of my
Uh-huh.
friends probably wouldn't have been friends with each other. And I don't mean like they would have beef, but like they wouldn't have been in the same places. Like some of my friends I've met in other countries while we were both solo traveling, or like random things. Or some of them I've known since
Hmm.
college, some of them I've known in high school, some of them I've known because they were my neighbor when I lived with my mama or whatever. So I
Right.
don't know all these people from the same places, but usually they would want to hang out one on one, because my close friends know that I can get social anxiety. I don't like the big groups or whatever.
Hmm.
So I'm great like one on one, talking deep intellectual conversation. If it's a big group, I'm probably gonna be talking to one person, or you're gonna be like, "Where'd she go?" So
Just dip out.
it's like, where's she at? But yeah, one friend in particular, she was like, I really want to talk or hang out or whatever, and I was just like, I'm not ready yet. But and then also for that particular friend, they're very much different from me.
Hmm.
I'm introverted and that person's very extroverted, and I just knew that that couldn't be the first person that I hang out with, because it was gonna be
You
too
got to
much for
ease
me.
into it. Yeah.
It was gonna overstimulate me, and that's something I've learned too, that I get overstimulated. So I
Huh.
think I'm just like in a different, yes, level. If you think about like a video game, I moved to a different level of self-awareness with like
Right.
things that are, I don't want to use the word triggers, but I guess it could be,
Yeah.
something that triggers me.
Hmm.
And so I noticed, oh, okay, you get overstimulated and that's why you get cranky, or or whatever it is.
Uh,
I don't think that it has anything to do with, um my friends, or I don't have no issues with them. It's just, it's not even my friends. It's also like some, my family didn't see me for a minute also when I got back. I just felt like I needed some time to just be in
yeah.
solitude.
Hmm.
And I've started to come out a little bit more, but I still feel like a lot more of my time I want to be alone. And it feels good for me right now. So
Huh.
I just kind of feel like I'm in a different stage right now. And I don't
Huh.
know what I'm preparing for, but I just feel like I'm supposed to be preserving my energy.
For something. Right.
Hmm.
And you said, okay, so I was trying to take notes as you were talking in my head. So I do feel like, for one, Aquarians have a lot of intuition. And I know for me, going back to that whole concept of unconventional thinking and going against the grain, breaking the rules, because I think in that way, sometimes I second guess my intuition, because I'm like, maybe I'm just going against the grain, or maybe I'm just being difficult. And a lot of times I end up paying for it because I didn't
Hmm.
go with my first mind.
Yeah, I done messed up a lot with that, especially in the dating realm, not listening to my intuition.
Oh yeah, we talked about a few of them before. Because yeah, yeah. Oh,
I be trying to make people projects and stuff, trying to help
it
folks, and
just don't work out.
leave them where they at, baby. Like, mm-mm.
So okay, so with this, so I'm really interested in this concept of you kind of pulling back and preserving your energy. So with Aquarius having this theme in our house of social groups, colleagues,
Hmm.
friendships, it's almost like you're going against the makeup of our house in a sense. And so do you feel like, and this is, I guess this is a two-part question. Do you feel that when you are in groups, is there a fear that maybe some of the low vibrational thinking, maybe that may rub off on you, or low vibrational ways may rub off? So do you think that's part of the preservation? And then the second part of that question is your own personal aspirations and goals. Have they heightened since you've been in this quiet space?
Those are good questions. Those are really good questions.
Oh, thank you.
Um, you might have to help me remember both of them while I
Okay.
attempt to
Hey,
answer
no,
this. I
no,
feel
you
like I
good.
haven't had a job interview in a while. So,
Like, what was that again?
right.
Right.
Regarding the first one, honestly, I feel like I had already cleaned house. So
Mm,
I don't have a lot of people around me that I would feel are low vibrational. I mean, like that I have a choice to be around now, like at work or something else, and I can't,
right.
even in those instances, I would even say that there's like I have limited contacts with people if I feel like you ain't it. But
Right.
but I feel like I had already since I would say maybe at least age 37 that I started cleaning house with just a lot of whomever, whatever ships,
Right.
family, friends, acquaintances, or whatever else. So I don't really feel like I have low vibrational people in my immediate circle. I might
Mm,
interact with some, but those wouldn't be people that I would even care about saying no to if they're like they want to hang out with
right.
with me. But to your point, I do feel like yeah, some people can put their trauma dump on you and
Mm,
do other things like that, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood because I've always, even since I was young, I've always been the unsolicited, I didn't ask for this, you voluntold me to be the counselor uh person. um
yeah.
and and so it can be draining to me because I guess on the positive side, I've always had a great reputation. People perceive me as someone that is wise, even when they're older than me. And a
Mm,
lot of times they'll ask me for advice because they feel I'm responsible and, all these other things, or if they know about certain things that I overcame or whatever else. So, it can be a positive that people think of you in that way, but it also can be draining to you because I also learned that I was an empath. And so
oh,
so that was kind of probably another reason why sometimes I don't want to be around people because they might not even directly tell me, you know, whatever is happening,
yeah, but you could
and
feel it.
yeah, and so sometimes I'm just like, I don't want it.
Right.
I don't
And
want
an
it. And
Aquarius is
yeah.
can be empaths. I just
Yeah.
want to
Yeah. And I
focus on
don't
that for a
like a lot
second.
of people touching me. Sometimes people get
Right.
offended by that. Like they try to shake your hand and I'm like, I don't shake hands.
I
So,
guess it is what
you
it
know,
is.
because it's an energy transfer, you know?
Hmm.
So I don't like people touch my hair. I don't I don't like strangers to touch me. The funny part is one of my good friends is a Virgo, and and so we had a conversation probably a few months ago, or maybe even longer than that. I don't know, but I thought it was funny. So we finally did meet up after I, got back in town, and
Right.
she's like, okay, I'm going to touch your hand because I want to see your nails.
Oh,
and I
but
and
she
I
had the
and
emotional intelligence to
I said, okay. I said,
wait.
I appreciate you for getting consent. It's and she was laughing because she thought it was so funny, but but she wanted to let me know, hey, I'm about to touch you. So,
Right.
it was
Like
like,
it's hey, be cool. Right.
it was like,
But it sounds like she respects your boundaries.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's a good
for
thing.
sure. For sure. Um, and interestingly, I actually do get along with Virgo women, not so much the men, but Virgo women, yes.
So okay, so why? Okay, so I'll preface that first, but before I ask this
Oh, I
question.
never
So
answered your other question. I'm sorry.
no,
But go
no,
ahead, ask
I
me this
won't.
one.
I won't forget. I'll
Okay.
go back to it. So I have a lot of Virgo. My mom, my dad's a Virgo. I have other family members that are Virgos. Some close Virgo friends. So I'm curious to get your take on your stance on being cooler with the women than how you feel about the men. What is the difference to you?
I've honestly, from my personal experiences, and I can only speak for myself, from my personal experiences, I have found that each zodiac sign is significantly different, male versus female.
Hmm.
And so there's some signs that I absolutely love one versus the other when I'm talking about gender or sex. There's
Okay.
some signs that I'm like, okay, I actually fool with both of them.
With both.
And
Okay.
and and then there's some that is like a caveat, except for dating.
Like friendship, yeah. Dating, no.
Yeah, but from my personal experiences, me and Virgo women have a lot in common. Like they're usually, ambitious. They're usually very responsible.
Hmm.
They're usually they like order. They also usually are a little bougie.
Yeah.
And they
Hmm.
don't mind spending some money to, fly, go on a trip, or take themselves out to eat, or do stuff that I do. And they're not usually as the ones that I know personally, they're not as male centered in regards to how they live their lives.
That's true.
Um and so we tend to mesh very well. The male Virgos that I know, and I do have a very close friend that I joke about with all the time. I think we're both very close friends with, and I'm like, you are the exception, sir, to the stereotype about male Virgos.
Wait,
like
you said we're both close friends with this person?
I
You
believe
and I?
so. I believe so.
I'm trying to think of who it is without you having to say the name. But okay, I'm okay. I'm trying to think of who. Okay, but go ahead.
But that one is my exception. Like I fool with that one. So it's
Okay.
like, but I've dated some, and I mean, like, one I dated almost a whole decade. Um,
Oh.
and
Oh. But I guess wait, the look says it all. Okay. So
yeah. Um, but
damn.
most of them I know, besides the one person that I just mentioned, are
Hmm.
like they don't have it together. And when I say they don't have it together, like they have great ideas and great goals, but the follow through and the execution has never been there.
Really?
Um and yeah, and very hypercritical about everybody else except for themselves. Um
Hmm.
but that's just my experience.
No, hey, I respect it.
Because I can't speak for all of the however million or billion
Yeah,
there might
yeah.
be in the world, but and I've ran across quite a few of them. Apparently, it's some kind of magnet or something on me because I attract a lot of Virgo men, Scorpio men, and for a while, Libras as well. The
Mhm.
Libras kind of flew off. I'm not mad about that, but
Well, Libra is when you look at the matches, it's supposed to be one of our best matches
yeah, it's
by the
supposed to
book.
be.
If you go by the
It's supposed to be, yeah, for air signs, and I don't agree also because it also says for Aquarian women. A lot of times I'll read it, it say Gemini, and absolutely not. Um, but
really. So you wouldn't
yeah,
give Gemini a chance? Probably not. Or
I tried to. Um,
I think I know why you wouldn't. But go ahead.
Oh, he just didn't do what he needed to do if he was trying to secure me. That was all.
Okay, yeah,
They
but
too
you
wishy washy. Well, not as much as the Libras that I've run across, but yeah.
because I just thought about we were talking about our charts before the show
Hmm.
started, and so since you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, now I don't know.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Well, some that's true. Well, some,
Hmm.
yeah, I guess not. I shouldn't say a lot.
My rising is,
Your bigger
and
signs are Scorpio, or
yeah, my
yeah,
rising, and I think I might have one more placement in Scorpio in, I want to say maybe Saturn.
okay.
But where are you going? Go ahead.
So I don't know how true this is, but this is just what I've heard. That well, I've heard it from Scorpios, and I've heard it vice versa from Geminis. So it seems like to me that Scorpio and Gemini placements don't get along. To me.
I get along with Geminis. Actually, my favorite cousin is a Gemini. Um, my favorite brother, who's also my only brother, is a Gemini. And we get along super great. And we actually communicate like amazingly, even though he's nonverbal. Like I feel like we have whole conversations.
Right.
Like some of my favorite people are Geminis. But for dating,
Oh,
and it
okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
It seemed like it just take them too long to finally decide what they want to do. And by that time, I don't even like you no more.
Yeah, with an Aquarius, you can't you gotta strike us while we're hot.
Hmm.
Because once we cool off on you, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
and
so I
I
don't
think
have
that's the
problems
men
with
and the
them.
women. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have no problems with them. Like I love Gemini's. I get along great with them. Yeah,
Hmm.
but if you got to do all of that, like you either it's a yes or a no, baby. Like, and it's gonna be a no if you got to think that hard.
I love it. Okay, so I want to ask this too before I go back to the second half of the question.
Hmm.
So you said that there are signs that you feel like across the board would be a yes. So what are some?
Or
Well, at least unless I understood you wrong, unless I misunderstood, it sounded like you were saying that there are some signs that you would be compatible with for dating and friendship.
oh, okay, because I'm like I don't remember what I said 2 seconds ago, but so I might have said it, but um, is there a sign that I feel like I'm compatible with for friendship and dating? I would not say yes for Aquarius unless they were like completely like the on paper, you the not the one, the toxic one, but
Right,
the
right. All the good stuff.
yeah, then I could see how that could work, but that's rare to find. That's real rare to find if
Hmm.
both parties are like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I might say on paper it says for Aquarian women that our match for dating is supposed to be a Sagittarius. I can see how that could
I can
happen.
see that. Uh huh.
And I think it's really because like I get along like my one of my favorite aunts is a Sagittarius. I think her and JT from City Girls got the same birthday too.
Oh.
And, and my mama's a Sagittarius, but they real different. One's November, one's December. And
Ah,
but
okay.
I get along with Sagittarians very well. I haven't dated a lot of Sagittarian men, but I could see how we're supposed to be the match.
Mm.
From
Hmm.
they have us supposedly Gemini, and then for fire Sagittarius as the best match. And sometimes it'll say Aries, which
I've seen that
I'll
too.
circle back to that one too. But if I think about the Sagittarians that I've known on a like on a romantic level, they're super blunt.
Hmm.
Um, like If they for the streets, they gonna tell you they for the streets.
It's no
Uh,
guesswork. Yeah.
don't ask them nothing you don't want to know. Like,
True. Yeah. True.
they gonna tell you. So I think that that could be a good thing, like for somebody like me, because I like clarity, and that also might be part of my, my Mercury's and Capricorn. Like I like clear communication, so I could see how that could work
Mm.
for Sagittarius. But the thing is, they also kind of have some, to me, some similarities with some of the traits of Aquarius because sometimes it's hard to get them to sit down, and so
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
once you get them to sit down,
Yeah. They there.
yeah. So I can see that. I can see that because they're loyal. When they in, they in. So
hmm
I
They
can see
are.
that. It's just
Okay.
when they gonna get it, when they coming. Like,
Like,
so
come on, we're gonna get you to that spot, right?
yeah. So I can see that. But
Okay.
so maybe I say Sagittarius for both friendship and dating. Trying to think, is there another sign that I could think of for both? I don't know. I really don't know.
Hmm.
I would say for dating, I would probably be okay and open for Aries, but for friendship, I haven't really had a lot of good experiences with Aries in the friendship realm.
Really?
Mm-mm,
Wow.
no.
Well, I can see, you know what, the dating part makes sense though, because like we talked about earlier, and I know you've alluded to it since we started recording too. But one thing about an Aries when it comes to relationships, they're gonna tell you what they want
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna chase you.
Mm-hmm. Come get me.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Aries is
Get
gonna
me.
give you that energy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make it
Mm-hmm.
known that, like, okay, I want you.
And give me a healthy level of obsession.
Yeah, they're gonna border. They're gonna give you that straddle the fence of like
Mm-hmm.
toxic, but maybe not quite teetering on toxic. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah. I can see
But
that.
But I actually could kind of take that back. Well, not take it back, but I will modify my previous statement. So I haven't had great friendships with Aries women. I, thinking back, have had
Oh,
great friendships with Aries men.
okay, but not the women.
Hmm.
Okay, hmm, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, so it's two questions I ask everybody this season on the show. So I definitely want to ask you those two. But before we get to that, the other part about your, I guess we can call it your journey that you're on now of really preserving your energy, how has that heightened your personal goals, if at all? Or do you feel like maybe your own goals are sharper from you taking this time out?
Okay. So I feel like, not I feel like I know, actually. I know because I have conversations with myself,
Me
and
too.
oftentimes out loud, and also, through journaling as well.
Mm,
And even over the past maybe 2 weeks, I've been telling myself, that I'm so proud of me,
that's what's up.
and thinking about all the goals that I've recently accomplished. I think right now, what is like the theme for me right now is money.
That's real.
And I've been doing really good with my financial goals, whether
Yeah.
it's related to paying down a debt or saving or whatever else. Whatever goal I have, I've been very disciplined with keeping with those goals. So I've been really proud of myself for that. And that's really just been my focus. And I feel like it has heightened, even over the summer.
Mm.
While I was on deployment, I could see, like, I could actually start to see the manifestation of what I had in my mind
Oh,
actually
wow.
happening. And so I felt like it was motivating me more to continue with the goal and to even set a new goal, because I was finally starting to see that my hard work was paying off, if that makes sense.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. Huh. I love that. Okay. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Okay. So this is one of the two questions that I ask everybody this season. So I'm sure you remember Blockbuster when it was a thing, going
Mm-hmm.
physically renting the movies and all that kind of stuff. So keeping with the 90s theme, if they brought Blockbuster back today, and you know how they used to have the 4 for 20 deals, what 90s movies would you put in your 4 for 20? And it can be beyond 90s too. Um,
Okay.
but specifically 90s, but outside of it too.
Because I was gonna give you this disclaimer because I remember when I saw that you were gonna ask that question, I was gonna be like, "Sir, I didn't get to go to Blockbuster. My mama didn't pay no money." But I mean, I am aware of the Friday thing, but that only happened if I had spent the night over my auntie's house or something. Then,
Right, right, right. Well, your favorite 90s movies, I'll say that.
my favorite '90s movies. So, ooh, I like Poetic Justice.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Um, I like what else is from the '90s that I like that wasn't traumatizing? Cause a lot of them
It
movies
narrows it
was
down. Yeah, because whoa, yeah.
Cause I'm like, nah. I mean, the first movie that I remember seeing is not my favorite movie, but it was like, this is what you brought me to. My mama took me my first time at a drive-in. She
Uh,
took me to see Boys in the Hood. I was in elementary school.
oh my god! And as a little kid, seeing that in a drive-in, oh my god, yeah. You probably were scared to go to school the next day. I would have been.
Ricky.
Oh my god! You said no more drive-ins for me after that. I'm sure.
So I'm trying to think what was one that I actually liked and not one that I just saw. So let me see what else came. I don't think no Brown Sugar was in the wasn't that the,
Yeah,
that's
I
in the
think it
2000.
was
That
early. If you want to count that, that's cool because I feel like
that's
it's
one of my
close
favorite
enough.
movies,
That was a good
honestly.
movie.
I
Hmm.
love that. I really don't
It's
like
really good.
rom-coms, but that rom-com they did well, right?
Yeah, they
That's
did.
a good one.
Mhm.
And the people out there, y'all can be mad at me. I didn't like Love Jones, and I think Brown Sugar is better. I said it.
Whoa. Okay, okay, okay. So I gotta get your take on this because I will say, and I gotta go back and tally it up. But when I asked this question, I think, and I can't remember for sure, but I think the most popular movie has been Love Jones. I think that's
And I
what
don't
people.
understand why.
You didn't like it? What didn't you like about it?
So I rewatched it as an adult because I was a youngin. I rewatched it as
Right,
an
right.
adult, and like many other shows that were the it shows at that time, when I look at them now, I look at them through the lens of me being a grown woman, and I'm like, this is toxic, or this is dumb, or this is like for example, Martin. That show, the whole dynamic between him and
Don't
Gina.
do it. Don't do it. Wait, you don't like Martin either?
I didn't say I didn't like Martin. I'm saying that looking at it through the lens of me being a grown woman, that relationship was nothing to for it to be relationship goals.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Now I'm with
yeah,
you on that. Now I
yeah,
still will watch Martin to this day, and I'll still laugh at it. Like I could be in the house by myself, and
yeah.
it's still funny. But I will agree. I'll give you that their dynamic wasn't
Mm-mm. It was not healthy. It was
no.
so toxic. It was so toxic. But I don't know. '90s movies. I feel like I'm thinking about '80s because when ET in the '80s, like
So okay, so that would that be one for
or
you, ET?
or Gremlins or something like that. Like I don't even think that was that '90s or '80s. I don't even know.
I think
I,
Gremlins was like early 90s. I think.
so yeah. Um oh, The Fifth Element. I think that's '90s.
Oh yeah, that was a
I
big
love
one.
that movie.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I
And
love that movie.
that's such an Aquarius type movie.
I watch it like I ain't never seen it before. It's like,
That's how you know it's good when you watch it. Like, okay, what's gonna happen next?
even
But you
though
already know,
even though I'm saying the quotes of the movie, I act like I ain't never seen it before.
right?
So yeah, I love The Fifth Element. I love Brown Sugar, even though I think that might have been 2000. I love the Gremlins. I thought they was Gizmo was cute, even though he was bad.
He
Um,
was bad, real bad.
I like the old horrors, like the Freddy Kruegers and stuff like that.
Okay.
I didn't really get into the who them other people, Michael and Jason, and
Oh, Jason, yeah, all them.
I don't even know if I know the difference between their masks, honestly. But
Really?
and I think it's another one too that I forgot. I don't remember what his name is, but
Uh, this
yeah, I don't know.
Chucky.
Oh, I did like Chucky, the first one. It's funny watching it now because I'm
It
like,
is.
this is so dumb.
Like you just kick him in the head, just keep going.
But the first one, I do like the first one. And
Yeah, me too.
we got to call it Chucky, even though what's it called? Child's Play or something.
Well,
But
true, true. Yeah, it was called Child's Play. I always say Chucky one, Chucky two.
we always say that. Yeah. I feel like I might like a lot more of 80s movies and 2000s, like early 2000s, and a few 90s that come to mind, you
Mm.
know.
Okay,
Yeah. That's
okay.
because there's not a lot of 90s movies that come to my head immediately that I'm like, oh, I like that. I think of movies like Love Jones or Boys in the Hood or whatever, and I'm like, I don't want to see them, you know. So all the movies that come
Yeah.
to my mind right now is nothing I would want to get a 4 for 20.
and I will say, just going back to the Love Jones for a second versus the, and I know you weren't pitting them. Oh, who? Which other?
Wait, was that 90s? The movie with the witch that was turning them little kids into the to mice?
Is
Because
it
if it
not?
was, I want to see it. I like that movie.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it, but
I
I
think
know.
it's called, was it Witches?
I think it was called Witches. Yeah.
If that's 90s, I want that one.
Okay. Okay. So you'll keep that one in there. Okay.
You probably
Okay.
like that. That is so Aquarius.
It
I was like,
it is. It is. Hey, I ain't mad at
I love that movie.
it. It was good though. It was a
hmm
good one. That was a good one.
hmm
Okay.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, no. No, you only thing I was gonna say was, now as much as I love both of those movies, Brown Sugar and Love Jones, and if I had to pick, I probably would lean more towards Love Jones, but where I agree with you 100% is when you talked about watching those movies as you get older, because there were some parts about Love Jones that watching it now being grown, and especially like being in my 40s, I'm like, would that really have gone down like that? But
I hope not.
well, yeah, right. Right. Versus now Brown Sugar, that movie, of course, I feel like they added some things for humor,
hmm
but that's very realistic. I feel like a lot of
hmm
the plot in that movie that could happen today.
Right. It probably has happened. That's somebody's
Right.
life.
Yeah.
That's somebody's life. And I love that. Like I said earlier, I feel like that was like a perfect example of what a rom com is supposed to be. Because I
Mhm.
actually don't like rom coms because I think they're
I'm not
corny.
that. Yeah.
So, but that one,
Mhm.
I feel like they did it very well. And
They did.
I can't think of another one off the top of my head that would be like a black rom com that I feel like they did that well as Brown Sugar.
Best Man? No?
I put it up there. I put it up there. The
Okay.
first one. Because
Yeah.
they did too much. Like, why y'all come back 50, 11 years later trying to do another movie and a TV show?
Did you like the TV show? No?
No.
Oh.
So here's the thing about me. So here's the thing about me. I don't like I don't like covers of songs. I don't
Oh,
like redos of movies. Why didn't nobody ask you to do that? Like, I'm one
yeah.
of them people. I don't want this. I don't want to see the second Sparkle because I like the original Sparkle. Like, I
I'm with
don't
you.
like
That
it.
first one was good, but yeah, that
Yeah, it
second one was
was like
not good.
I don't really like redos and overdos. So I feel
I
like
respect that.
just leave it alone and end on a good note.
Right,
Like,
right. Just keep it. Okay,
yeah.
I feel you.
Let me decide what should have happened.
Right, instead
Let
of
us debate
bringing
about
it
it
back.
in our friend groups over brunch. You know,
Right.
you don't want the conversation now to become, now why they do that? We waited all this time for this.
Yeah, because you're right. Because a lot of times that is the conversation. It's oh, they shouldn't have messed with it. Like leave it
Jurassic
alone.
Park again.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, I like the first maybe like three, and then after that, it's like all right, this is getting to be too much.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not same thing with songs. It's not a lot of covers I like I get real petty and I'm like, I don't even want to hear this, especially if it's one of my favorite songs. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and being redone. Yeah.
There's only a couple covers that I'll say they did a really great job, like, the Jones Girls and Escape cover and Who Can I
Oh
Run
yeah.
To?
Hmm.
They did
That
good.
one's
I
good.
give them their props on that one. Cause
Yeah.
usually I hate a cover, honey. I hate them.
So you don't
Now
like
Luther
no
did
fun.
good on some Dion songs, some Dion Warwick songs. He did good on
He
them.
did. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, a lot of them I didn't even know them was her songs until
Yeah. Years
till
later.
later. And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, okay. Yeah. And and then Whitney, the voice. She did her big one with Dolly song.
Well,
But
yeah. True. Yeah.
other than that, I don't like a cover. I don't even really like when I be hearing samples. Like when people start sampling Aaliyah and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want this. Maybe I'm becoming an old
Too
lady.
much.
I don't know.
No, no. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you though, because some things you just leave it alone. Just don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Just put the plastic on the couch. Like,
Let's keep it preserved.
don't sit on it. Just look at it.
Right, right. It's just there to look pretty. That's it. That's
And
it.
remember.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's
But
funny. That
did
is
I
funny.
answer all your
You
questions?
did. Yes, you did. And this one too. So I'm curious to see what you're gonna say. I know you probably don't have a lot of house guests right now, but if you did, what is your number one house rule?
That's funny you mentioned that because I sure took my welcome sign off my door after I watched Sinners. But
Oh, I know, right? Now that was
but
good. Did you like that?
I have watched Sinners like 50, 11 times. I saw it twice on the what is it, the 70 millimeter or
Oh
whatever it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
I saw it I think two other times in the theater. I purchased it.
Oh,
I watched it on the airplane when I was on deployment. They had
oh,
HBO Max in my hotel room, so I watched it like every other night.
oh. So you
So if
really
I
like
like something, I don't get tired of it. But if I
it?
don't
Me too.
like it, I don't like it. Like it's like I don't
Yeah.
really have a middle. Like I don't about a lot of things. But my number one house rule is take your shoes off when you come in here.
Okay. So is it just for the physical dirt, or is it also the energy?
Originally, it was more of the dirt.
Okay.
Um, and now if it's the energy, you ain't coming in, first of all.
Well, true. Yes, shoes or not, right?
'Cause why are you in here? That's your most intimate space.
Right.
Is your home. But originally it was because of dirt and allergies, and then I had like probably all carpet at the time.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
even now I don't have carpet anymore at all, but I still like I
Yeah.
have a whole shoe rack in the front. If somebody come in, they already know the deal. And if you don't want to take your shoes off, I got them little booties they put on there.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you and then
Uh-huh. Put
usually
them
they
over
don't
your
want to
shoe.
even do that. So they like and then they just take the shoe off. Oh so but it's not a lot of people, like you mentioned, it's not a lot of people that even know where I live. But
Right.
when they do come over, they know take your shoes off. And don't act like you a guest in here. So because you're not a
That's-
guest.
yeah. I like that though, because if I feel like if they make it to that point, then that makes sense. Then
Yeah.
they're not a guest.
Stop asking me, can you do this? Can you do that? Like, are you gonna go in the fridge or go get it yourself? Like,
Right. It's there. Go get it.
can I use your restroom? What's the point of a guest restroom?
Right.
like,
Like, I don't
like,
want you to pee on yourself. So, yeah, please do.
like, stop coming here asking me stupid stuff.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to, let's see. So, trying to see
The
here. So,
internet.
we're just going to, at the end, I do this dead in the water game. It's basically five this or that questions. So, instead of telling me the one you like the best, you'll tell me the one you would throw away. So, like, let's say if I say, oh, we'll use Love Jones and Brown Sugar, for instance.
Throw
So,
it away.
right. So, yeah. So, you would tell me you would throw Love Jones away
Mm-hmm.
out of the two. So, but before we get to that, I just want to quickly, now we won't go in depth, but I know Libra couldn't be represented tonight, but I want to at least run down their house traits.
Okay.
So Libra is the seventh house of the zodiac, and they are associated, really, to put it in a nutshell, with partnerships and relationships. And so I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's where the compatibility could come between an Aquarius and a Libra, because we have a lot of people focused things in our house, and then so do they. But theirs is, it seems like it's more tied to romantic relationships a little bit, because it
Mm-hmm.
delves into marriage specifically, also balance and harmony, which I don't think that's a surprise. Um, and then another thing I thought that was interesting when I looked at their houses, um, this concept of mirroring yourself. So like reflecting qualities we seek and then projecting that onto other people in relationships. So like that's a big thing in their
Mm-hmm.
house. So and to me it makes sense, because when I think about a Libra, whenever I think of them in conflict, in most situations, and I know there's, always an exception. If I see a Libra pop off about something, in my mind, I automatically think they didn't start it, because because a Libra, to me, they match energy. So like if you do one
Party.
thing, yeah, exactly. Perfect example. Perfect example. Yeah. She's just gonna match the energy that you give it.
Yeah, they're usually pretty charismatic though. If I think of
They
other,
are.
you got she's
Yeah.
charismatic even if you don't like her music.
Yeah, she
Lil
is.
Wayne is a Libra.
Hmm.
Snoop is a Libra. Um,
Yeah.
Tony Braxton is a Libra.
Yeah.
They're
Doja Cat.
usually they're usually I didn't know about her. Okay, they're
Hmm.
usually very charismatic. Yeah,
Hmm. They
so
are.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And one person that I worked with while I was on deployment is a Libra. And I I did see him pop off a couple times. And I wouldn't say that he started it, but I would say that it didn't have to go that far.
Right, right. Yeah, Libra is not, in my opinion, the whole if they go low, we go
Mm-mm.
high. No, they going to hell.
Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of like that too, which is also another reason why I
Me
don't
too.
really be around a lot of people like that. Because I don't remember if I said that when we were recording or before recording, but I don't really have a middle, and that's something I know about myself. Not just with conflict. Like I either love you as my friend or my
Hmm.
family member or whoever you are to me, or I can't stand you and you don't exist actually. But like I don't even. No, there isn't even a I can't stand you. Like you just don't
You're
exist.
just not there. Right.
and or I love a movie, or I don't want to see this ever, or I love this food, I could eat this every day, or I don't ever want this, or like I don't really
Okay.
have a middle about. I can't think of anything I have a middle about, and so like I'm either super chill
Hmm.
or I'm gonna go to jail. So so, and since I know that about me, and I have a lot of things to lose. I also just don't bother being around a lot of people.
And to me, that's smart because yeah, you're not putting yourself in a position where you could lose those things.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of people haven't ever seen that side of me.
I
Um,
haven't, but
yeah, yeah.
I've always thought about you that like, and you've never done anything to make me think this, but I've always thought like, you don't want to cross her, and maybe
I
it was
heard a
the
lot.
Aquarius energy. I don't know if that was it because I know people say that about Aquarius too,
Yeah.
like we are
It's
nice and
probably that,
sweet
and
till
then
we're
also
not.
might be the Scorpio because people say I got
Mhm.
a stinger. but but yeah, I just know that I will not have any type of control if yeah I could like the little stuff that's going on, like just example with Cardi, baby, I'm coming to see you.
Right, right. We going off Twitter. Right.
I'm coming to
Right.
see you. I'm already outside actually, but
As I'm typing this.
so
uh,
turn the phone off, turn
right.
the cameras off. That's actually probably one of the main reasons why I don't do the things that I think in my head. Because there's a, I don't, I guess it's a stereotype. A stereotype could be true or false, but a
Mhm.
stereotype about Aquarians is that we're planners when it comes to vengeance. It's like
Yeah, that is true. Uh-huh.
so I got a lot of things in my head that I already done thought about that you just don't even know that I didn't do, and that's why you don't hear from me, and that's why I don't say nothing because me not saying anything is actually good for you.
Yeah.
Me disappearing is actually good for you. And
Right.
it's not out of fear, honey. It's well, not fear for the reason you think, but
Right.
fear of myself.
Right.
So,
You don't want to blow
so
up or do yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
So I think all of the air signs actually kind of have that
Hmm.
trait. Because
We do.
Gemini's, baby,
Ooh.
and Libras, I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
But I think what we all have in common with that is that I don't think any of us started.
No. Mm-mm.
But I don't think that we back down when we feel disrespected, especially if it's something that's happened consistently. Um, and then we
Yeah.
kind of just like, okay, I gave you too many chances, and so now you feel like you can just play with me because I didn't correct you the first time. It's
Yeah.
so
Hmm. When I think
so.
about the times that and it hasn't been a lot, but when I've kind of blown up on people, it's what you just said. It's the consistently pushing my buttons, the consistent disrespect. And
Mhm.
it's like, all right, maybe I didn't say something the first time, or maybe I did. And then I'm the kind of person too that like I can tell you very calmly that I don't like something. And I think sometimes when you have that kind of reputation in people's eyes, they just think, "Oh, that's Carlos. He's chill. He's good." And it's
Don't
like,
play with them now.
all right, keep going." But
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes people take your kindness as weakness, and
hmm,
it ain't that.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I think because Libras maybe they want peace so much that they also like if they feel like it gets to that point that also might make them even more angry.
uh huh,
Like why you got to make me do this?
right, right, exactly. I was just trying to be peaceful. I
Yeah.
love it.
Because they
Okay,
really do like to just have a good time. I mean, the ones that I've, known throughout
yeah,
my life.
same. Yeah, they do. That's really all
Hmm.
they want. Okay.
Hmm.
That's what's up. All right. So this is the last part. So these are the last five questions. So again, this is the dead in the water game. So these are five questions, and I try to mix them up. So I haven't asked these questions to anybody else. They're specific to each guest. So it's based off of maybe things that I maybe have observed about you or believe about you, or um, maybe just curious about, or things I've seen you post, whatever. But
Oh, Lord, ain't no telling what I done
okay.
posted.
All right. So this is the first one. Between these two candies, candy corn or Laffy Taffy, which one you throwing away?
Oh, throwaway. Okay. Well, since I don't know what flavor the Laffy Taffy is, and I only like banana, I'm gonna go with the candy corn, and I don't care what nobody say.
Okay, so you throwing away the Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, because if it's not banana, I don't want it, and I don't
Okay,
know if it's banana because it just says Laffy Taffy. So I don't even want to do
you
the
don't
door
take the
number one,
gamble.
two, three, or uh.
So okay, so let's say that it was banana Laffy Taffy. Of those two, which one would you throw away? That's what I thought about too.
I probably take the candy corn off because I do like banana flavor. I don't like bananas, but I love banana flavor.
I don't like bananas either. That's funny. But I like banana bread and certain
Mhm.
banana
It's
flavors
the
I do too.
texture for me. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Mhm.
I don't like avocados. Same reason. Texture.
If it's firm, I can deal with it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Between these two scary movies, I'm thinking you might say neither one. I don't know.
I hope I
Well,
seen it. Oh, I love the Jeepers Creeper.
I saw you posted that the other day. So between these two, Jeepers Creepers or I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I'll say this as the series for both. So like as a collective, because you know Jeepers
Oh, like
Creepers
they got
had
a TV show.
oh no,
Oh, okay.
or sequels I should say, not
Okay.
series. Yeah.
I was about to say I ain't seen neither one of them, but I actually don't know if I've ever seen I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's the one with Brandy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I ain't seen that. So she could go because I ain't never seen it. So I ain't missing nothing. But
Okay.
I love
That's
Jeepers
easy.
Creepers.
Okay. You keeping that one. All right.
Jeepers
Yeah.
Creepers.
That
Where'd
was
you
good. I
get
love
those
that.
peepers? Hmm.
Yeah, I love Jeepers Creepers too. That's a
Hmm.
good one.
They ain't have to take Barry Belly Button though.
They
Or
did.
Dairy, excuse me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That was wrong. That was so wrong.
Hmm.
All right, so we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but I'm curious to see which one you would pick. Between these two albums, Pink Friday 2 or Am I the Drama, which one are you throwing away?
I don't think I've ever listened to a Nicki album, so she can go.
Whoa, wait. So you've never listened to any of her music? Really? Not an
Not
album.
her albums. I've heard her on features of other people's stuff.
Oh, so I take it that you're not a fan of her, of Nicki.
I was pretty neutral with her up until she started getting real crazy with the other girls. I'm
That's
not a
fair.
fan of her personality. I think that she's talented. If she, writes her own music, I think she's, talented from the songs that I've heard her on. I've never gone and listened to a Nicki album. I know
That's
Nicki
fair.
features. So,
Okay.
but yeah, on the strength of I don't listen to her anyway, she can go.
Oh, that's hilarious. I can't wait to see
And
what
I'm a
people
Meg
say.
fan, so she really can go after all of that. So
Oh yeah. Man, I was just I was just telling my best friend the other day. I was like, so if we're talking strictly because Nikki, I think her pen is undeniable. Like I feel like if you give her the time to sit and write, she's probably gonna be better than most of the female
mhm.
rappers out there. But if you're talking just off the dome freestyling, Meg kills
Oh yeah.
anybody, anybody,
Hmm. Yeah,
anybody.
I wish we could have talked about that because honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't like her because I've noticed a lot of people don't like or have some sort of problem with Aquarian women. Um, and I could
I can
think
see
of a
that.
few like, and I mean, you could say, oh, well, they don't like them because of this thing here, but all of the ones that immediately come to mind, I think people didn't like them even before there was a thing for them to
Yeah,
not
to
like them
not
for.
like.
Like
Mhm.
Oprah or Ellen or Meg, or I could keep going. Like there's others
Kerry
that,
Washington is one. Yeah,
hmm,
yeah.
yeah, like, and I'm thinking specifically about people that they had problems with. And I think I found that to be a theme. So it's pretty
Huh.
interesting to me.
That is interesting.
But yeah.
Wow.
Hmm. And there's
Okay.
always a, oh, but this is the reason why we don't like them. But sometimes the reason comes after you already didn't like them.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That's true. Yeah. I would. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this one is in relation to how you think about your goals. So hopeful, as in more so being hopeful that things will happen, or a mindset of it's already done.
That's interesting that this is up here because I literally just said out loud yesterday, um, there is no plan B. Like,
Okay. Okay.
like we still on plan A.
Right.
Like it was
It's
like,
gonna happen.
so hopeful can go somewhere because I don't believe in it. Like it either is or it ain't. So, and I guess that goes back to I don't have a middle. So
Right.
once I decide something, which I'm a fixed sign, you're a fixed sign. Once I
Mhm.
decide something, which it might take me a while, depending on what it is, for me to, finally go ahead and think about it and come to my final decision on what I want or what I'm gonna do. But once I decide, it's very hard to change my mind. So
Yeah. Same.
Ye- yeah, so it's already done. It's staying.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. All right. So this is the last question. When it comes to, I won't preface it. I'm just gonna leave these. I'm just gonna whichever way you take it. Uh, clothes, jeans or dress. Which one you throwing away?
Throw away. Probably jeans. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. So as you know, Aquarians are walking paradoxes. Um, I love to dress, but I love to dress, and I also hate wearing clothes. And so dresses are better if you don't really like to wear clothes anyway. Uh,
That makes sense. That makes because it's more free. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So the jeans can go. At a different point in my life, it would have been dresses that would have went because I'm a little bit more comfortable now with all of this thigh that I got. Versus when I was younger, I wore more jeans, and I don't even wear like tennis shoes anymore. Like I had tennis shoes, when I was in my 20s, and
Mhm.
now if I have tennis shoes, they probably been in my closet for at least 15 years, and they probably only made it to a gym.
And that's it. Oh
So
wow. Okay.
yeah, like I literally had to buy tennis shoes last year for my cousin's senior night at Duncanville so that I could walk around the football field and stuff. Like it was-
Wow. Okay. Oh, so you
so
really not fooling with the tennis shoes.
so
Okay.
yeah, so you're more likely to see me in a dress, so the jeans can go. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hey, that's what's up.
Hmm.
Hey, well, hey, this is a wrap. Keyshawn, this has been I knew honestly, okay, so I didn't have expectations. I knew it was gonna be great having you on, but this was a really cool vibe. So this, yeah, I'm excited for people to see this episode. And again, thank you for coming on. Oh, and for those who are watching, if you made it to the end, I did tell you that I will reveal the theme for season 10, which will kick off in January. And so that theme is going to be wild card. So what it means is I'm going to be talking to people, kind of like you said, a walking like contradiction that Aquarius is. So
Hmm.
even though this is a zodiac based podcast, I'm going to be talking to artists, photographers, chefs,
Oh
uh,
wow.
and we're not going to even talk about their zodiac sign until the end of the show. So it's going to be kind of like watch it, and then you kind of, unless you know the person, of course, you know what their sign is, but
Hmm.
it'll be like you watch it, and then maybe you kind of have to guess what their sign is. And then at the end, we'll talk about their sign, and then like maybe how they think their sign influences their line of work or their passion or whatever
That's
they do.
pretty dope.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You just reminded me that I told myself I was gonna start painting again.
Hey, you should. Okay. So now that you told me, I'm gonna be on you. I'm gonna be messaging you. I'm gonna be like, hey, Keyshawn, you been painting here lately? Like,
Be like, you gonna have to give me some canvas for my birthday.
right, right. Okay, I'll do it too.
Oh
This has been
man.
great, but thank you again, Keyshawn. This has been a great closer for the season. And yeah, anything that you want to share or plug, anything like that before we get out of here?
I was just gonna say, I guess the universe said now all that other stuff didn't need to be on here, but
Hey, I do now. Roderick and Robin, I love y'all.
Oh, I was talking about before you press record.
Oh, you talking about that? Oh, you talking about the
Yeah.
lead?
Oh
Oh,
no, not
okay,
the
okay.
people.
Oh,
Not
okay,
the
okay, okay. Oh, you talking? Oh, yeah. No, I was gonna say it fell the way it was supposed to
Mhm.
fall. But yeah. Oh, you talking about the other stuff? Now,
Yeah.
I wish that would have been on here too, honestly, because that was good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but what do I have to say? I guess thank you for the
Of
invitation.
course. You're
It
welcome.
was fun. I feel like I learned about you too.
Hey, that's what's up.
Um
That's good. Learn
and
more about you too.
yeah, it was my first time being a guest on a podcast, so that
Hey,
was different.
I couldn't
Yeah.
tell because you were a natural with it to me.
Well, I try to just be me, you know.
Yeah,
So it tends to work when you're authentic, you know,
that's true.
that you can kind of fit in anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe get in where you fit in. That's,
Hey,
you know.
I know, right?
So, but yeah, this was fun. And I think that it definitely aligned that even though you didn't intentionally set it that way, but that the last episode is on a full moon and the first super
Yes.
moon of the year.
Yes. Yeah, I
Hmm.
know, right? Like I said, I didn't say it that way, like you said, but that's great that it happened that we recorded it on
Hmm.
that day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full moons are for release.
Hey, that's right. That's right.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm glad I got to share it with you.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I'm glad that you were able to share this finale with me too. This has been great. And thanks everybody for tuning in, for watching. And hey, that's a wrap. And I'll see y'all in January.
And I'm about to go and look at this moon so I can finally get out my clothes.
Right.
So
Hey, get real comfortable.
bye.
All right. Thanks, Kishan.